Welcome back to our channel. My name is Teacher Smith, and today we are going to learn a very interesting topic, that is drawing model. So to understand this topic, I have taken a SASMO 2021 paper. Let's just have a look. This question say, on a farm there are only sheep and cows. The number of sheep is 8 more than the number of cows. The number of cows is half the number of sheep. How many animals are there on the farm? When I read the question here, there are sheep, there are cows. I don't know what is the actual number, but sheep is 8 more than cows. But cows are half of that of sheep. And now it's pretty much difficult for me to visualize. So, in order to better visualize, let's try to understand what can help us. So, let's take an example. Let's say, for example, I was passing by, I saw some ducks. The number of ducks that I saw was 4. So, to visualize this, what I can do is, I can draw 4 ducks. So, 4 simple ducks. Oh, so less. Now, let's say, I want to eat some pizza. The number of pizzas that I want to eat is 6. Can we draw pizzas? Oh, quite simple, right? It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circle. You can put some toppings. Now, let's say there are some books that I have. I want to visualize how many books do I have. So, let's say there are 8 books. Now, to visualize this, I will draw 8 books. You can see I don't even have enough space to draw 8 books. So, what if I say there were 24 sheep? Am I going to draw 24 sheep one by one? Might take a lot of time. So how we can better do this? For example, let's take the example of this book. Now currently the books are separated. That's why it's taking a long time, and also it's taking much space. So if I want to keep the book organized, what should I do? What I can do is I can stack them on top of each other, or else I can put them in a row. Now in this, what we can understand, when I put all of them together, no matter what, if the number is bigger, here it will take less space. And also, does it remind you of any shape here? You can see this looks like something like a rectangle. So, instead of drawing 8 books, what I can do is, I can draw a rectangle and just write down 8 in the middle. And this simply means books are nothing but just 8. Now, let's say pizza. I want to rephrase this. Pizza. How many pizza do I have? These are just 6. Now, if 8 is of this size, 6 will be bigger or smaller? Oh, of course, smaller. So here I'll draw a smaller rectangle than 8 and mark 6. Now, this ducks. How many ducks I have? 4. Now, for this 4, I will draw a rectangle. Will this be bigger than 6 or smaller? Of course, 4 is smaller, so I'll draw a smaller rectangle. So that's how we can use a model. What we can do is, to better visualize things, we don't need to draw it every time. We can draw a rectangle and we can write down the actual value inside the rectangle. And that is nothing but called as model. So here let me summarize. To represent items, we can draw model. And which shape do we draw to draw a model? Very good. We draw a rectangle. And in this rectangle, we should put the value. Now let's try to understand more on the relation of this model. For example, let's say if I have a question. There are same number of dogs and cats. So here I have 2 animals, dogs and cats. I don't know the actual number. But let's say if I want to draw a model for this. So there are 2 animals. So I'll write down dogs, I'll write down cats. Now to make a model, I'll first make a line on the left so that all my rectangles start from this line. Now, if this is the size of rectangle for dog, cat should be how much? Oh, this is the number of dogs. What about the number of cat? Is it same or different? It's the same. So rectangle should be same or different? Of course, the same. So here, cat also I'll draw the same. Now, if I have other relation, for example, The number of dogs is half of the cat. Number of dogs is actually half of the cat. What do you mean by this word? Let's say, for example, cat is 20. So dogs is half of the cat. And 20 cats are there, a dog will be just 10. So here, let's say if I want to draw a model where we actually don't know the number. So what we can do is, dog is half of the cat. So which one is smaller, dogs or cats? Oh, we all know dogs is smaller. So I'll draw dog first. Now why we draw dog first? Because cats is double. It's like I have to draw double of it. So here I will write down. You can see if this is dog, cat is 2 times. You can see. So if I draw the bigger one first, then I can draw the smaller one. But I don't know how many I have to draw. I have to cut it into 2 parts. Or else I can draw smaller one first and the bigger one I can just repeat double time. Anything is fine, whichever you like. So here what we can understand, the number of dogs is half of the cat, and that's how we can draw. Now let's try to understand more on this model thing. Let's say there are 12 dogs and 18 cats. Here I actually know the number. Oh, just a second. Okay, here we actually know the number. That is number of dogs and cats. So let's say if I want to draw a model. So dogs, how many dogs do I have? Oh, perfect, 12. Now, how many cats do I have? So this 18 has to be bigger than this 12 or smaller than? Perfect, bigger than. So I'll draw a bigger rectangle which is marked 18. Now my question to you is, there are cats we can see which are more. There are how many more cats than dogs if I ask? How many more cats than dogs? We can see there are 18 cats and dog are just 12. So normally if I want to find out, I can just take 18 minus 12. But here in this model, how we can see which part is more? We can see this extra part that is present here. This part. This is nothing but the more part. So here if I want to find out this more part, it's nothing but 18 minus 12, which is just 6. So here that's our answer. So what we can observe from this question is, if there are exact values, we can exactly draw the relation of model. Let's try to understand more. Let's say I don't have one exact value. There are 16 dogs and 5 more cats. How many cats are there? So let's say here, I know only one exact value, that is dogs. So let's say if I draw dogs first, that is 16 dogs. Now regarding cats, do we know what is the number of cats? We don't know. But the question says it's 5 more cats. 5 more means which part? The extra part. So cats, if there are 5 more, so the rectangle that I need to draw for cats should be bigger or should be smaller or should be the same? Oh, cats are more. So if they are more, I need to draw a bigger rectangle. So let's draw a bigger rectangle. And now, what is the extra part? Yes, it is 5. Now, how many cats are there? So we can observe here, see. The rectangle till here is nothing but 16. So this part here currently is 16. And this part is 5. So 16, 5, what is the answer? 16 plus 5, that is 21. And that's how we can solve. So it's not just about having an exact value. Even if we know which one is more, we can still draw a model. And with one exact value, we can get the answer. Now, let's say instead of more, I have a relation of less. Let's just have a look. So here I have 17 cats. I know the number of cats. But 6 fewer dogs. Oh, dogs are fewer. Fewer means less. Okay, I lie down less. How many dogs are there? So we have to find out how many dogs are there. So here, if I want to draw a model for here, so what we should do? Yes, there are 2 animals, dogs and cats. Now regarding exact value, which animal I can draw first? Cats or dogs? Oh, we know exact value of cats. So I will draw cats first, 17 cats. Now, regarding the dogs, the question says it's 6 fewer dogs. This means 6 less dogs. So the model that I need to draw Should be bigger, smaller, or should be the same? Oh, perfect. It should be smaller. So I will draw smaller. Now the six fewer part is where? We can observe here that is the same part. So the six fewer belongs here. Now the question is asking how many dogs are there. It's asking us this part. So from 17, if I remove this extra part, we can get the number of dogs. And how to remove this? Perfect. 17 minus 6, that is nothing but just 11. So here the final answer is 11. Now let's try to understand more on this with the final example. There are 4 fewer cats than dogs. The number of cats is half that of dogs. How many dogs and cats are there? So here there's two relations. There's no exact value given to us. The question say there are 4 fewer cats than dogs. This means the number of cats are 4 less than dogs. The number of cats is half that of dog. So it's also half. Now the question is asking how many dogs and cats are there. If there's no exact value. Now which relation we should use to draw the model? See, the first part is the more or less situation. As we just saw, we should use the more or less scenario to draw a model. But the second part is about the half. So which relation we should use to draw a model? So let's try to understand. For example, here I have dogs and cats and I use the first relation, that is 4 fewer. So I need to draw dogs, I need to draw cats. Now let's say if this is the size for cats. This is 4 lesser. How about dogs? Dogs, should I draw bigger, smaller, or the same? We can draw bigger. So here dogs are bigger. And how much bigger? They are 4 bigger. This means cat are 4 less. Now here, when I draw this, the question is, the number of cats is half that of dogs. Does it look like cats, the number is half of dogs? Does it look like? Oh, it looks like so much space is taken by cats and there's dogs. So yeah, what we can observe, it's not looking like half. So the model doesn't look correct. So this is a wrong way of drawing. So if we use the more or less situation to draw, then here when we have the multiple relation, we can get wrong. So whenever we have the multiple relation, we can try drawing it through the multiple relation. So let's just try. So dogs, cats, I'm using the multiple relation. The question is number of cats is half. So which one is smaller? Number of dogs or the cats? Oh, cat is half. So cat is smaller. Very good. So yeah, cat is smaller. So if cat is of this size, dog, how many more parts I need to make for dogs? Oh, 2 more. Because see, this part is exactly the same. Now the question is, how many dogs and cats are there? So here the extra part that we see right now for dog, what is this extra part refers to? Oh, we can see there are 4 less cats than dogs. So this part is actually 4. So if this one part is 4, how about this one? Oh, this and this part is exactly half. So it's the same. So if this is 4, this is 4. So this means this is also 4. So here what we can observe is, we can get the total number of dogs, that is 4, plus 4, that is 8, and 4, that is cats as 4. So what we can understand from this example is, see, when we have a relation of more or less, we have relation of more or less, and we have multiple relation. So which relation we should use to draw the model? We should always use the multiple relation to draw the model. So here let's summarize this. To draw a model, draw multiple relations first. Now understanding this, let's get back to our question. Our question asks, there are only sheep and cows. The number of sheep is 8 more than the number of cows. The number of cows is half of the number of sheep. How many animals are there on the farm? So here I have 2 animals, that is sheep and the cow. So I need to draw a model. But the question is the same now to you. Should I use the more or less relation or should I use the multiple relation to draw the model? Perfect. We just saw we should use the multiple relation to draw a model, because then we can assure the model is correct. So here, let's try to see how we can draw. The number of cows is half. So cows is half. Let's say cow is this size, sheep. How many more parts I need to draw for sheep? Oh, 2 more. So here, this part that we can observe here, this part and this part, I have drawn 2 more parts. Then the question says that the number of sheep is 8 more. So the extra part here is 8. So if this part is 8, this is also 8. And if this is 8, this is already 8 and this is 8. So can we count the total number of animals? Is asking how many animals are there. So there is 8. How many times? We can see 1, 2 and 3. So here I'll write down total animals as 8 plus 8 plus 8, which is nothing but you can pause the video and can count. That is 24. And that's how we can solve the question by just visualizing the condition by drawing a model. So, understanding this, if you have understood this topic well, you can try this challenge. Now, this challenge is a pretty difficult challenge. Just one hint for everyone. There is apples that are kept in the basket. So remember, the basket has its own weight and then the apple's weight you can put on. The same thing, if there are 3 apples, first there will be the weight of the basket. Then there will be 3 more apples weight. Now you can try this challenge on. Let me know your answers in the comment box. Now, if you are eager to learn more, you can scan this QR code. You can scan this QR code, you can post your doubts and I will help you to solve this question. And also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe our YouTube channel for more such video and interesting content. For now, I'm Teacher Smith signing off right now. I'll see you